Hello there, Journeys friends and family. I'm out here by the ball fields to introduce a new friend that you might have already kind of gotten to know a little bit, but you can come down, it's fine. Don't be camera shy. Hey, check this guy out. That's my friend DJI Air 2S. And it looks like a toy, feels like a toy at times, but it's not a toy. It's a very expensive flying camera. However, it gives me opportunities to do some shooting like this.
Welcome back, everybody. Jay here, and today I'm bringing you something a little bit different. First of all, no, this is not a Part 107 study guide. This is simply an account of my experience in my pursuit to get one myself. And I'm going to share my best tips, best practices, and best sources of information so that you too can get out there and get your Part 107 so you can start capturing stunning footage like this.
But Jay, I don't need no stinking license to capture stunning footage like that.
Well, to share it on YouTube, yes you do. So for what it's worth, and hopefully it's helpful to some of you, this is just an account of my experience in my pursuit of my Part 107 license.
So, in order to be able to use this thing in my videos, I had to go through a process known as the Part 107 Small Unmanned Aerial Systems Test through the FAA and get licensed. I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience going through it, and I know you guys saw 107 in the title and you're like, please tell me there's an easy way of doing it. No, it's not easy. It may not be easy, but it's not super hard. You just got to put in the time.
Let's go back to the beginning.
All right, guys, so I'm on my way again. Where am I going? Am I going on a trip? A camping trip? Nope. You may have noticed that there's been a long gap in between travels. And it's because instead of editing the footage I've got from the travels I've got, still waiting for me to do something with, I've been studying for something. You see, I bought a drone and I've been studying for my Part 107 drone certificate from the FAA. And that's what I'm on my way to go do right now. Does that mean I'm going to be walking out a certified drone pilot today? I don't know. I am currently in that phase of, oh my God, did I study enough? Am I gonna get this? Am I gonna get there, completely blank out, forget everything, and bomb the ever-living crap out of this test? I don't think so. My head is so full of sectional charts and METAR reports, TAF reports, air density, weather patterns, everything. It all feels a little bit like a jumbled mess right now. So I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous, you know. If it was a test that was like 25 bucks to take or something like that, I wouldn't be so nervous. Because if I do fail, I can come back and take it again in 14 days. I have to pay another $175 though. So yeah, it's best to just get it done that first try, right? The closest testing center for that particular test is all the way in Colorado Springs, which is a bit of a hike for me. It's about an hour and a half drive. As I near the testing center, I'll come back. But for now, peace. I'm here at I'm near the testing site in the Springs at the local Come and Go. Yes, that's the name of it. Don't laugh too hard, because I got here way stupid early. I have about a half an hour before I have to go in there. But better early than late. But I wanted to get something to put in my stomach so that my stomach does not make mating calls of whales while I'm trying to take an exam. There's this Asian market here that I think I'm going to hit after the test. They have the best freaking ramen noodles there. I mean, all the stuff that you get in Asia, not your freaking, you know, Walmart. No, you get the real, like, you can't read the package, which means you know it's good. Is this it? AccuSkill. I do see, that's where I need to go. Oh, there it is. Fitty fitty. All right, I'm here. Wish me luck. we're gonna see if I've just wasted $175 or if I'm gonna have beautiful drone footage. Roll that beautiful drone footage. That's an old joke. Well guys, how'd I do? 87. And last time I checked, 87 is more than 70, so that means I passed. Holy crap. I mean, I just literally came out here, set up the camera, and started talking. I feel like so much pressure is off, dude. And I'm just gonna say it for posterity's sake, is that when you complete your test, hit submit and everything, while you're in the testing center, you don't get a result right there. You gotta gather up all your things, quietly walk out of the testing center, go up to the front desk, and they will keep you in suspense while they're pulling everything up and print it out and then hand you your results. And that whole time, my heart was right about here. But yeah, guys, I did it. I did it. I am an FAA certified drone pilot. I just studied the crap out of all the free stuff you get on the FAA's website. I watched a lot of YouTube videos. There are a lot of they're very long, hour to 2 hours long walkthroughs of what you need to know. And even with those, I'm telling you guys, obviously with an 87, there were questions in there that scared the absolute dickens out of me because they were bringing up things that nowhere in my materials did I ever see this term. Like a UABD or something like that. I might be way off, but that showed up like 2 or 3 times in the test. And I was like, I don't know what that is. Peace, guys. Woohoo! I did it. So let's talk for a minute about the Part 107 test. Like I said, not easy, but not stupid hard either. You just have to immerse yourself in the materials. And the way I did it is the way pretty much everybody else does. I did not pay for a course to go learn all this. I watched YouTube videos. Most of them are like an hour or 2 hours long. Sometimes the subject matter can be very dry, but you need to know these things. To get started, you need to download all of the information from the FAA website. Because believe me, it may not seem like something that you would think would be pertinent to being a drone pilot. But in the FAA's eyes, it most certainly is. You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know what you're going to get on the test. In my experience with the test, I got a lot of questions that nobody else on any YouTube videos ever talked about. Get this book. You can get it for free from the FAA website, but it's in PDF format, and I'm a very tactile person. When I'm going through a book, I want to read a book, you know. And it's good to have because they're going to give you this book when you take the test. So it's good to know where things are. Particularly when people say, you know, well, you got to learn your sectional charts. Absolutely true. You got to be able to know. You're going to get a lot of questions about sectional charts in this test. But more importantly, something that's very handy is right at the beginning of this. Where is it at? Yeah. Very beginning of the book, there's a legend of what everything on those sectional charts is. It's good to I mean, you don't have to memorize all of it, but at least know the general areas of the things you're looking for, because questions you're going to have are going to say, hey, what does this mean? What is this in near area 4, longitude and latitude? You're going to need to know that too. Got to go back to grade school and remember how that works. But yeah, a lot of times the answers are right here in the book. Don't let taking the test be the first time you see this book. So I'm sure you know by now that the test is 60 questions, it's multiple choice, 3 possible answers. So already you've got a 1 in 3 chance even if you're just guessing. The nice part is, and this is absolutely true, what people have said, there's always on every single one of them a completely obvious no. No, there's no way that this would be the right answer. So even if you had to guess on those, you're up to a 50-50. You know, you come across a more difficult question, bookmark it, come back to it later. Or even, you can even give an answer and come back to it later and change the answer if you're not 100% sure. Because you're going to find a lot of questions, a lot of them that you're just going to be like, oh yeah, that's the answer. Move on to the next one. Kind of breezed through all the ones that were easy for me to answer and came back to the ones that were a little harder. And I was done with the test in about an hour. They give you 2 hours to do it, but I was done in about an hour. I was worried that 2 hours wasn't going to be enough. I think it's ample time. If you've studied if you've got, you know, if you're going to pass it, if you're going to get that 70% or better, that's ample time to do it. Don't get psyched out. Don't get worried. Don't panic. I mean, yes, it is $175, and if you fail it, you're just out that $175. But hey, you know what you're going to do? What you're going to do is you're going to study and you're going to pass it. Oh, another thing. Always make sure you've got updated materials too, because in the drone world, the rules are changing all the time. Used to be you couldn't fly over people. Now you actually can't. Now there's caveats to it. I'm not going to go into all the details about that. You have to read about them. Bottom line is, it makes sense. They throw a lot of fluff in there that we as drone pilots can look at and be like, there's no application of this ruling to what I'm going to do. It's just not going to happen. However, a lot of it does make sense, particularly the airspace model. And that might be why they want you to understand sectional charts so much. Even though you can't go over 400 feet with that thing, well, let's say it flies away and does its own thing or whatever, your little unmanned drone is a very deadly thing to a manned aircraft in the sky. So it's good to understand where you are, where you're flying, and what the hazards will be. And that's what they're making sure of. So I get that, I respect that, and you should too. And I'm really not one to judge, but I have seen the way some idiots fly their drones. And yeah. I'm going to leave some links in the description to videos that were really helpful to me in digesting all this information and being prepared to get in there and take that test. You know, like I said, you only got to get a 70. I got an 87. That's a B, you know. It's not great, but certainly not bad. But yeah, just wanted to kind of come out here and share the experience with you of getting the Part 107 license. Encourage you to get out there and do it yourself, and let you know if I can do it, you can do it for sure. Not gonna lie, I wanted to take a break from editing the California trip. I was starting to get burned out. I had been going so hard on that video, and if I hadn't done something different like this, then I'd have felt obligated to have another California video out tomorrow, and hey, in my mind, I'm off the hook now. But we'll be back to the California trip next weekend. Okay, deal? We'll do that. So anyway, I guess that's kind of all I really have to say right now. So I'm gonna leave it at that. And until the next time, safe travels, happy camping, and cheers.